Yo, what's up guys, Gray here, and today we've got our semi-finals game of the BBL. We're going up against my good friend Galladite and his, I meant to say Chicago, wrong team, Calgary Flamethrowers, both begin with C. We're going to lock this team in. You can have a look at what we bring in. It's an interesting team, I'll say that much. So, effectively this game came on the worst week it could possibly come on. My time has been limited. I've had 5 games because 2 leagues started, I think, this week. If I remember rightly, I had 2 week ones. As well as 2 other leagues, and of course this one. And I thought I would give myself the best chance to be able to prep for it by arranging it for Sunday. And I had no time. No time to prep. I just about had time for like the rest of my games this week to be able to prep. This one I didn't. So we've actually rearranged to Tuesday, where I've had a bit of time today to throw something together, and I looked at the matchup and it's not fun. I hate this man's team. It's disgusting, honestly. I'm really hoping we don't see a Melmetal, because like you saw, I brought Thwacky. I was like, if I'm going out in style, I'm bringing the Thwacky. It also works for his 2 ground types that he probably should be bringing. I think both are pretty good in this matchup. He does bring both. He does bring the Melmetal. He brings the Weezing. There's something there that I definitely expected that hasn't come to this game. Weezing I kind of expected. I think he's just got a bunch of things that are there to try and deal with my Cinderace, and my Cinderace really is my late game win con. I kind of had a feeling Drampo might have turned up, but actually glad to not see that. I mean, Seismitoad is a very free lead for him, and I don't want to allow that, but at the same time, that's going to be tough. This game in general is going to be tough. Lunala does kind of just win against me, so I forgot to say this, but make sure you go check out my opponent. Like I said, he's one of my best friends in the community, a member of my front office, and unfortunately for me, very, very good battler as well. So this is going to be a tough matchup. I kind of expected the Weezing, kind of didn't. I kind of went back and forth and took the things that dealt with Weezing out. I even took Psychic off of my... I mean, I should have kept Psychic on. That was not great from me. We're going to go ahead and lead with Thwacky. Fuck it, it's top. That's kind of like roughly what my prep is for this game. Like, that seems fine because it prevents his 2 ground types from leading. It realistically brings it... Oh, there's no Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz I was kind of expecting. It brings in the Weezing, so it can scout the Weezing set. That thing's actually going to be quite scary because I didn't prep adequately for it. But yeah, no screens. Sorry, no defog from what I can tell, which is good for me. Cosmic Love. This is, I would say, suboptimal. I will say suboptimal. Lunala. I mean, the upside is that he doesn't know my set. However, does anything kill me? I mean, sure, if he's like max special attack. Ice Beam actually has a chance. But he doesn't know my set, and I don't think he's going to want to just click it turn 1. He might well do. Yes, he does. Please live this. Nope. Okay, strong start to the game. There goes my way of dealing with his ground types. A little bit loose, but I don't realistically have a switch into this, so I think I've got to go Scrafty and click knockoff here. Should have maybe led off with Scrafty. Scrafty was a better lead. But I have no other play at this point. Really shocked that he would have let me just get that damage on him. No, he's not Specs, so we take this hit. And we will get a big knockoff off. I don't see a way of us winning this game, I'll be honest, unless we can really get our plan into action. Expert Belt. Okay, well that explains why it killed my Thwacky. Another Moonblast seems very likely. I do kind of want to keep this thing around, just because it can deal with a couple of things on his team still. But like my switch-ins are, I'll say, limited. Also just don't exist. What are you doing for me in this game? I mean, you're checking Coco. Realistically, do not have another play. Would love to have had my Thwacky around. If I just gone for Grassy Glide on that first turn, would have had damage off on this. Man, this is a situation, isn't it? You know what? I think I've got to sack this off and then bring in Cinderace and Pyro. I think that's realistically my only play. Yeah, I mean, you can just freely Moonblast. There's no reason for him not to. So I could have gone Lando, but Lando then doesn't live the Ice Beam if I take the Moonblast. So yeah, Lunala claims 2 off the start. I don't want to take any more damage. I think I've just got to go. You, and we are like 99. Pyro Ball doesn't even guarantee the knockout. I mean, I don't think that he is. I don't believe for a second that he is like max HP. From that knockoff damage, it doesn't look like it's max HP. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and Pyro Ball. Really wishing I brought other things to this game, not going to lie, and played those first turns a bit differently. Goes down to the Seismitoad as expected. Do connect with one Pyro Ball. We need to keep as many as we can though in the back. I mean, I could bulk up here. I could just bulk up, expecting rocks. Because High Jump Kick will then knock this out. I don't think I knock out Wheezing. Is it too soon to try and go for game? I think it might be. I can realistically go into a bunch of other things, but I do think he wants to go for rocks. Like, he knows me well enough, I think, to expect me to go for... I mean, I would probably Flame Charge. If I wanted to... I'm going to bulk up. Bulk up expecting the rocks. And hopefully he doesn't go for Scald and get a burn. Because that would really suck. He just sets up rocks. To be expected. So if I Flame Charge here, how much is he doing? You know what? We brought this set. I'm just going to say fuck it. And I think I'm just going to go for it. The Seismitoad. He's at a good amount of health. Do I definitely +3? I mean, I do knock this out. Do I knock out Wheezing? Pyro Ball would, if he's not fully defensive. I'm going for it, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping I live a hit. Rocky Helmet, I probably don't live a hit now. Come on. Decent race. Oh, we do. We live that next hit at Rocky Helmet? Barely. Ice Shard will knock me out though. Oh, Rocky Helmet sucked. Ice Shard would then knock us out. I mean, High Jump Kick would then just take this out. If he goes into Lunala, I die. And I lose to Lunala, I'm pretty sure. I mean, how much is... Just for the sake of science here. How much am I doing? Pyro Ball will not knock it out. I wish I went for a low kick. Low kick would have done the job. If he goes Lunala, good play. If we miss, also would also be an option. Yeah, there we go. I think that's GG. I think we do lose this game 6-0. I can't be mad though, because the amount of luck that I've had recently, like... Yeah, I can't really be mad. It's now going to come down to effectively being able to try and take on these things. Like, I need to get my... I mean, that was a greedy play, I'll admit. If it wasn't Rocky Helmet, if it was like Rindo for something, then it'd be a different situation. I mean, he can always just go into his Melmetal here, so I'm just going Nature's Madness. Because he might expect the Energy Ball as well. Yeah, that's going to be Melmetal. So now I go out into my Corviknight, and I somehow try and hope, honestly, that I don't get 6-0'd. Yeah, so we go Corv. We set up screens. And yeah, try and somehow win this game. It's not happening. It's just not happening. I should have set up screens before I did that. That was like a careless play on my part to try and set up before setting up the screens, but I knew I wanted help. Like that's all I thought. This game was always going to be like high risk, high reward, and if what happened and I just sacked 2 mons to Lunala early game and still didn't kill it, it was always going to be a good game. Just goes for double iron bash. Not doing a lot at all. He doesn't know if I've got body press or not. I still click reflect. Still click reflect, and I probably should click light screen actually first. I mean, I got bad vape. This doesn't get defog now, does it? Does it get defog now? I thought it was just the Galarian one that did. I'm just going to set up both screens. I don't know how I'm breaking through this. Willow's me, that's fine. Like, yeah, I'm just... set up screens, try and win with Lele, maybe? Maybe Lele can take on these. And I'm just going to go for a U-turn. Now I get Lele in for free. It's still not doing enough. I don't think in any world it's doing enough to knock out a Melmetal. If it's like AV, we do have the reflect up, which means we actually, weirdly enough, we can possibly take a hit. So he's going to switch. And I guess I go... Man, if I kept Psychic... If I kept Psychic on... on my... What's it called? Landorus, I may have had a chance. But this is what happens when you don't necessarily prep particularly well. Shadow Ball is always my best play. Regardless of whether he stays in or switches into Melmetal, it's still my best play. He's going to Moonlight Ice Beam. This should never knock me out in any world. I'm AV plus behind the screen. Yeah, we take that just fine. So we are at least going to claim a kill. It's not going to be a 6-0. So if there's anything to take away from this game, not a 6-0. Man, turn 1 was really the downfall of this game. Like, if I Grassy Glided, then the knockoff kills, the next turn, Lunala goes down, still have my Scrafty. If I had not led off with Thwacky, maybe in a different game. But you know, shit happens. It's Mons. Like, yeah, I knew going into this game, if Cinderace didn't sweep, then I was losing this game, effectively. Now, if he doesn't... Well, he doesn't know my set, obviously. If Melmetal isn't Assault Vest, I guess it would drop. It's like 51. It would drop to a Focus Blast. I can't let this die because this is the only thing that actually can win me this game, so... yeah, I'm going to go out into Lando. If he Ice Punches, then good play. Not a lot I can do if he Ice Punches. He was Levitate, wasn't he, on... what's it called? The thing. Wheezing. That's it. Just double Iron Bashes. It's probably going to hurt a little bit. Never mind, it's not going to hurt much at all. Kind of wishing I was Rocky Helmet. At least on something if I was Rocky Helmet. I mean, I kind of need to make a play, so I'm going to U-turn. Because Weezing seems so free here. Like, my way of getting back into this is just making effectively as many reads as I can. I think Choice Banded Cinderace was the better option. I had that initially. But you know, I thought if this game is to be like the last of this season, going out in style. Going out, hopefully, with a Cinderace sweep. Was not the case. not the case at all. Okay, so this comes out. We can U-turn. We're going to take Rocky Helmet, which is going to suck, but at least it might put this in range of Psychic. I don't think it does. We're not very invested in our Tapu Lele. We are getting worn away very quickly. So I may be able to pick up one more kill. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe one more kill. I guess I could Nature's Madness here. 'Cause maybe Nature's Madness, it never puts it in range. It never puts it in range of Psychic. Yeah, we will click it anyway. We'll click it anyway. There's no coming back from this one. There's just not. As much as I'd like to say there is, there's just not. Those first two turns, fucked us up so much that there was no going back. Liquidation, I don't think this will knock us out. We are fairly bulky. Yeah, we absolutely tanking that. We just click Psychic. If he goes Melmetal on this turn, he goes Melmetal. It's kind of a done game regardless. We're playing for differential at this point in a playoff game, so yeah, it's just seeing out these last few turns, and hopefully saving some kind of dignity. Not gonna happen. That went a long time ago. And he's thinking a lot about this play. He's just gonna let me. Yes, we pick up another kill. I mean, I still don't see any way in me coming back from this. The Reflect wears off, which means he can quite freely just go into his Melmetal. As long as the Weezing is around, I can't Earthquake, because I think it was Levitate. I didn't actually pay much attention, but I assume it's Levitate. Against two ground types, makes too much sense. But I appreciate Galladite for giving me some differential at the end here. Making it seem like it was actually a close game, when in reality it really wasn't. If he didn't have Ice Shard on Mamo, I actually would have won this game, but there's no way that he... No way in hell he didn't have Ice Shard, so... Moonblast does the most damage here. I mean, he may just U-turn. U-turn probably does knock me out, to be fair. He Gleams. Can I live this? I'm Assault Vest and Reflect? Bruh. Can't believe I actually took that hit. That's kind of wild. And we crit. And we get the special attack drop. Light screen wears off. I'm not taking rocks on Switch. I mean, there's a chance that I can beat the... There's a chance I can beat the Weezing. And if we still had the reflect up, I think we actually lived this Dazzling Gleam. That's kind of wild. Or leave light screen up. I mean, my best chance is what? Getting the light screen. Can I get a light screen up against this? Where's Corviknight? Tapu Koko. I'm gonna see whether I can or not. Maybe the reflect will be better. Yeah. I mean, regardless, I think this is my play. To at least, like, attempt to set up a screen. And if it's locked into Dazzling Gleam, it does mean we get screens. Which is huge. Huge for this endgame. It's going to be game-changing. I'm expecting him to be hit by a Thunderbolt here, but... Can you please be Scarfed? So at least I don't feel so bad that my Cinderace missed. Oh, he might be Scarf. I think he's Scarf. Therefore, he had many ways of dealing with dealing my last one. I mean, theoretically, I could 1v1 this. I'm just gonna go for Roost. Like, I have a chance to be able to 1v1 this. Goes for the Thunder Punch, that's fine. If I was Rocky Helmet, would have been quite nice in this situation. Get a Reflect up on this turn. If he has Ice Punch, then I just die on my Lando. Regardless, my play is to let him kill me here. Yeah, it's my play is to let him kill me here. Please end my suffering. So I can hopefully, if he isn't the levitatey thing, and I somehow manage to crit his Mamoswine, there's a chance. I mean, again, like, I could have just PP stalled that. But I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to sit here for 30 turns and PP stall his entire existence. So... I mean, I'm just gonna attempt to Earthquake, pick up some differential points, maybe? He doesn't need to, like, save anything, so... You know what, 3-0 looks much more reasonable on paper. I think this endgame was played pretty well. If I hadn't sacked off half my team before that, we'd have been in a great position. If I still had like a Thwacky and a Cinderace in the back, you'd be laughing. Sadly, we do not. We straight up just don't have it. Playing this back, like going into Scrafty on that first turn made no sense. This doesn't actually knock me out. Like, in no world does this knock me out. He must have been neutralizing gas. For him to be playing like this, he has to be neutralizing gas. Unless he thinks I got the Psychic. Which would have been huge brain, but we're also Assault Vest on this, so we tank this no problem. You know what, now it's a 2-0. I appreciate Galladite for feeding my Mon skills. I very much appreciate this, but... Unless it is like... no ice attack Mamoswine, then yeah, this game was long done. I think crit Earthquake is probably my best play, just for, you know, just for the memes. Let's have a look if a crit Earthquake will actually knock this out. No. There is absolutely no chance of it. So yeah, I mean, I was going to say, you could have ice-sharded me a little while ago. That is going to knock me out. I think it probably knocked me out from the range I was at before, but who knows. Good game to Galladite. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a better game, but like those first turns were just a bit rough. I should have maybe led off with Scrafty. Scrafty had a good matchup against everything that's not Coco, and Coco I had switch-ins for. So in hindsight, should have left Scrafty, but you know, it happens. We're going to lose 2-0 in playoffs to Galladite. We still cannot beat him. We still play terribly against him. It's just the way things are. It keeps the karmic balance within the draft league community. So, yeah, we unfortunately are going to drop out at the semi-final stage. But I am shocked that I actually made it this far. From being 0-2 after the first 2 weeks and with a differential of minus 50 million. No way I was expecting to be able to make it this far. And yeah, I'm kind of shocked that I made it this far. Yeah, no other words. But yeah, good game to Galladite. I'm not going to spoil who he faces in the final, but make sure to go and check out that game. His link will be down in the description below, as well as the other coaches. The other semi-final was against Q and Owen. So those two, subscribe to those two, so you make sure you catch both sides of the final, whoever actually makes it. And if you did enjoy that pretty terrible battle, in all honesty, please leave a like, subscribe, all that bullshit, and until the next one, have a great day, guys.